From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, August 31st, 2015. Silver is trading at $14.49 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,128 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $231. Antiwar.com reports Saudi warplanes attacked a bottling camp in the Hajjah province of northern Yemen yesterday, killing 36 factory workers who were identified as civilians by local residents. This was the latest in a long line of huge civilian tolls in the Saudi war. While Saudi officials usually shrug off the huge death tolls of their war, on Sunday they felt the need to deny the death toll as wholly civilian, claiming the factory was a bomb-making facility and that 17 of the 36 people they killed were Houthis and the rest were civilian workers. Oddly, the Saudi statement claimed also that the plant was next door to a rebel training facility and that the Houthis killed were at the training ground and not the bottling plant. Though locals confirmed Houthi sites in the area were targeted, they affirmed the 36 civilian toll. Saudi warplanes have been bombing targets across Yemen since March, demanding the reinstallation of former President Hadi, who resigned in January. Hadi is in exile in Saudi Arabia and insists he is still the rightful government of Yemen. For over 35 years, Robertson Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Robertson Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. UPI reports the University of Texas in Austin removed a statue of Jefferson Davis, former president of the Confederate States of America, on Sunday after a Confederate heritage group lost its legal bid to save the statue. The statue, which had stood at the university campus since 1933, was cut free from its limestone pedestal, wrapped and taken to be refurbished so it could later be replaced in the school's Briscoe Center for American History. A statue of Woodrow Wilson, the nation's 28th president, is also scheduled to be removed. The Davis statue had been at the center of a controversy that began earlier this summer when UT Austin President Greg Finvis decided to move it at the recommendation of an appointed task force amid the national controversy about the Confederacy and hate. Last week, a judge denied a request for a temporary restraining order from the Sons of Confederate Veterans to stop the construction, and the school was allowed to proceed. The group has vowed to continue to pursue the issue, likening the statue removal to Pearl Harbor and saying the Sons of Confederate Veterans has lost a battle, but not the war. About 100 students watched as the statue was removed. Some cheered. Davis was the first and only president of the Confederate States of America from 1861 to 1865. He died in 1889. Are you an advocate for free market money? Do you promote Bitcoin as an alternative in a fiat-centric world? Then you need Spend a Bit in your arsenal, the search engine for things you can buy with Bitcoin. Spend a Bit aggregates millions of products from thousands of Bitcoin-enabled merchants. Keep your money in the free economy. Visit spendabit.co today. Bitcoin merchants, ask about our merchant suite to reach even more customers. Spendabit.co. Reuters reports European Union ministers were summoned on Sunday to meet in 2 weeks' time to seek urgent solutions to a migration crisis unprecedented in the bloc's history as the mounting death toll on land and sea forced governments to respond. German Chancellor Angela Merkel earlier called on her EU neighbors to do more as Germany expects the number of asylum seekers it receives to quadruple to about 800,000 in 2015. She told reporters in Berlin, "If Europe has solidarity, and we have also shown solidarity towards others, then we need to show solidarity now. Everything must move quickly." 7 people died when their boat sank off Libya's coast on Sunday, the second such fatal accident at sea within days. The Italian Coast Guard said some 1,600 migrants had been rescued in the Mediterranean and brought to Italy over the weekend. At least 2,500 migrants have died since January, most of them drowning in the Mediterranean after arduous journeys fleeing war, oppression, or poverty in Syria and other parts of the Middle East and Africa or beyond. The horrors faced by migrants were brought to the heart of the European mainland on Friday when 71 bodies, including those of a baby girl and 3 other children, were found in an abandoned refrigeration truck in Austria. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.